Hi, my name is Chelsea and I am a medium. What is a medium, you might ask? A medium is someone who has the ability to connect with the spirit world, which might include your spirit guides, past loved ones, guardian angels, anyone on the other side that is someone that you might want to communicate with, or vice versa. Um, I am able to connect with spirits on the other side by raising my vibration and becoming sensitive and passive, and spirit will show me signs and symbols of certain things that might not make sense to me but might make sense to you. Ever since I was a little child, I've always been very intuitive and sensitive to spirit. I could always sense something. It always felt like someone was just kind of standing behind me. And as a child, I thought like, okay, that is so scary because I mean, who hasn't watched the movie Sixth Sense? But as I got older, I removed the fear and was very curious. Like if somebody's following you for so long, you kind of just want to like, okay, I give up. What's the purpose here? Um, when I was in college, I would also lose my hearing in my left ear and I can barely like hear things. It was weird. It was like a really high pitched frequency. And I remember just being so tired of it. I thought I had like tinnitus or that thing that happens when you lose your hearing. But it was like the sound, a high pitched sound, but also came with like some sort of underwater talking, it seemed like. And I remember this one time where I heard a name and I was sitting with one of my coworkers and I said the name out loud. And the person, my coworker, she was like, "Oh my goodness, that's my grandmother and my mother who just passed. That's their names." And then they showed me like some random thing in hanging in a garage, and I kind of expressed that to her and she's like, "I have been looking for my grandmother's ring and I'm going to take my lunch right now, go home and see if it's where you said." And sure enough it was. That entire day I was like, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on. Per my religion, this is not a good thing." I went and seeked guidance from my pastor and some of the people that I was really close to, my family members, and was just basically told that you just need to be really careful and surround yourself in God's white light and just make sure that you're really grounded because there are things out there that could connect with you that are of lower level energy, and we don't want that to happen. So while I didn't have like the best reaction or the most support in that, I still had a very strong relationship with God, and I wanted to seek fellowship with other people who had these very similar gifts. So a while back, I went online and kind of like looked up some things like, okay, I'm sensing things, I'm feeling things, but I do believe in God and I do want to help people with it. And then there are some TV shows that started to come out and I'm like, these people are normal people and they're not like what the original, what like a witch would look like or whatever you want to call it. And so this just really made me want to dive in and figure out, why is it that I can sense things and see things that don't belong to me, or they just don't feel like it doesn't make sense to me. Um, then I thought, okay, well, maybe it's some sort of mental illness that I'm dealing with. I don't know. I went through everything that I could ever thought of that for the reason why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And I wish that there was some guidance or like people are a little bit more open to this, because I can tell you right now that the path that I'm going on is completely in and surrounded in God's white light. Um, I love the mission that I am on now that I have accepted fully this gift and have been working with trusted mentors on this mission of mine. I feel like the mission is to just bring peace and justice and healing to people in this world who, and I'm not here to make people believe in mediums. I'm not here to make people believe in me. I just would really like to leave the world a better place than it was than while I was here. And if by inspiring someone or motivating someone in this journey to follow their path, I would be at peace with that. So yeah, I think that the world is so chaotic right now, and there is actually an awakening happening, and there needs to just be love and light surrounded by the messages that are shared on social platforms currently. I don't feel like mediumship, spirituality, or working, working with energy is necessarily in the right light, but